Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes we are required by others to share the same worldview. Why? Because some other people with authority or simply with supposedly more access to information, want us to subscribe to their worldview. But sometimes when we individually look at the details of the big picture that is painted for us, you have questions. So I have here an article and one picture. And the article is about something, but the picture tells me something else. So as I said many times before, sometimes you would have, let's say, an article about glasses, and they don't tell you about how good the glasses are or some details. They say, let's say the glasses, the worldview is great. These glasses are fantastic. And then you have, let's say, an article here about your phone case or whatever this is, cover. And then during this, they tell you about this, some little aspects that you are like details that change the whole worldview. There was unintentional in this article, but they disclose something that they did not disclose in this one, and vice versa. So I think this is the point here in this little article. Let me show you. I have an article from Russia Today with a certain kind of title, and then they give us a picture. So here is the article, Russia Today. This is from today, the 22nd of August 2023. West perplexed by Ukraine's strategy, New York Times. So UK and US officials reportedly believe the offensive is going poorly because Kiev has split its forces. Now the whole thing here is about this and that and this and that. But I don't care about what's in here actually. I looked at this picture and the first thing I saw was this flag. And then I said, wait a second, let me zoom on it. Oh, okay, there's a German flag. Okay. Then the next one was, hey, what's that? That's the American flag. I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but you can access the article on Russia Today and you're gonna look closer. It's an American flag, I tell you that. American flag, German flag, and then I see here 28. And I can't read what's over here, but the Russians are telling us that Ukrainian soldiers of the 28th, Brigade on the front line close to Bakhmut, Artyomovsk, on August 20th, 2023. So the Russians give us this picture that was obviously taken by the Ukrainians, not by the Russians, unless these are Russian actors, okay? And they show us the German flag, United States flag, and this is the emblem of the 28th Brigade. So I said, well, maybe this is a volunteer brigade. I was just trying to give them, a route of escape. So I said, okay, let's see what the 28th Brigade looks like. Is there a voluntary? Is there a regular incorporated? And I looked on this one because I just said 28th Mechanized Brigade, Ukrainian. And they give us here 28th Mechanized Brigade is a Mechanized Brigade of Ukraine Armed Forces. It's a successor of the Soviet 28th Guards Motorized Rifle Division, which was reformed as 28th Mechanized Division under the Ukrainian Army. During the war in Donbass, a BTG element was formed and deployed to the border area near Bababab. Okay, it says after the beginning of Russian full-scale invasion in February 22, the brigade was deployed in Odessa and foiled Russian ambitious landing at Kobleve. Okay, that's one. And I said, okay, let's see the next one. All right, I tried another one. I said, maybe I find something else. Any volunteers? So I looked at this one. It says, the 28th Mechanized Brigade is a mechanized brigade as part of formation of Ukrainian ground forces. And I looked over there and said, Ukrainian army, I don't see any, how do you call it, volunteers. I looked at the history. It says here, what's their motto somewhere here. And they said that mostly they are, right here, elements of the brigade are also present in the Battle of Bakhmut. As of February 2023, the servicemen interviewed by CNN and portrayed by the New Yorker between November 2022 and January 2023, a battalion of 28th Mechanized Brigade, numbering 600 men, was reported to have been annihilated fighting. See, Bakhmut. I don't see anything else. And they tell the structure. I looked here, nothing is just okay, reconnaissance sniper, babak. So I go back to the picture here, okay? And it says here that these guys, the 28th Brigade, is in Bakhmut Artemovsk, as these guys here, as not a Russian wiki land, okay? So it's not Russian. It says right here that are in the Battle of Bakhmut. So these guys, if the picture is correct, and in this little article here, they do not mention anything about volunteers, anything about, Germans, or look at this, man, the German guy. Doesn't mean that if you wear it's. I'm not saying this is a German guy, this is an American guy, and this is I don't know what kind of a guy. But isn't that strange? In one picture, you just happen to see one American flag, one German flag, and one 28th Brigade. What the hell? Now, this is a video with a question. The article talks about the Ukrainians, supposedly they tactically conducted their counteroffensive wrong. That is, they were supposed to just break through here or there, but not, putting them in this and that. I read another article before this one, and it said, well, the counteroffensive is too thin. Whatever. For me, that was not what drew my attention, because I was looking. I said, okay, let me read the article. What do you mean? But when I saw that German flag, I said, what are the odds, my friends? What are the odds in one picture coming from the Ukrainians? The Russians did not even see that. They did not even pick on that. Otherwise, they would have said something. They call it the 28th Brigade because it has a 28, that guy over there. The guy has a German flag. The other guy has an American flag. What's this? Clothing provided by the Germans and helmets by the Americans. Is that such a coincidence? I don't think so. But that's my assessment. Now you think about it. And I was not looking for it, my friends. It's just no details. So, I don't know. When I told you, and this is my gut feel, no, my assessment, this is what I think it is, actually. I think when those guys that are training, the Ukrainian forces that are currently training in the West, are trained by NATO troops in Great Britain, in the United States, in Poland, in other countries, and supposedly about 40 to 60,000 of them. I think when they come back, supposedly, as I said, I think they will speak more than one language. Foreign language I'm talking about, not Ukrainian. That's my gut feeling, okay? I think there would be a lot of regular military from NATO countries showing up. That's my feeling. I don't know. I'm crazy a little bit. I'm crazy in the head. No, like as I don't know if you're familiar with mixed martial arts. If you're familiar with George St. Pierre, a fantastic MMA fighter, former UFC champion, but I liked him. One of my two favorites. Fader is the first one, and GSP, both of them for me. The way they behaved in the octagon and in real life and in sambo. He was a Kyokushin as well. I'm talking about George St. Pierre. When he was fighting Nick, what's his name, man? Nick and Nate, the two brothers, but he fought Nick. I can't freaking Diaz, and they were fighting in Montreal, in Quebec. And then they were at the press conference, and you can watch it on YouTube. It's so funny. And then Nick, Diaz says something. When you saw me on the hallways, you're like he was afraid. And GSP, who's a very nice guy and that's a martial artist right there. And he said, I never saw him like this. He said, "Do you think I'm scared of you?" I mean, he speaks, I think, English worse than I do, but anyway, Anyway, so he said, "Do you think, hey man," he said, "Man, do you think I'm afraid of you? I'm scared of you? You're crazy in your head." So it's over there. Just watch. You're crazy in your head, man. Do you think I'm scared of you? And Nick said, "No. We'll see on Saturday." So the same here. Crazy in the head. What's going on here, my friends? I'm crazy in the head a little bit, but I can't believe that there's no. Those Ukrainian forces that will come at one point, they will be never ending. They will come and come and come and say, "Oh, those are from those 60,000. They're still coming." Nobody's going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the entrance from Poland. Nobody's going to do that. All right. We're going to say they're still coming. Yeah, another come. They're going to way go over 60,000, but doesn't matter. And I think those guys will be military from NATO. That will just change costumes, I was about to say. Costumes and military costumes, from one military costume another military costume, put their little tie with a volunteer badge and get into Ukraine as Ukrainians. That's what I think will eventually happen when there will be no more Ukrainians to fight, and they're right there. I covered an article earlier today, and I have another one ready, where they said that the Ukrainians are having a hard time. They have no men to recruit anymore. Now that's bad. That means you don't have any. You have weapons, but you don't have men to use them. But the Americans will fight until the last Ukrainian. And those, I think they're traitors, but that's my assessment of some guys in charge of Ukraine. The same. They will fight until the last Ukrainian. Then they take their little luggage, and they go to London, United States, Florida, somewhere, or Israel. These are the preferred location for certain people. Anyway, this is, my friends. You analyze that picture, and I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but the Russians did not point out to that. Thank you very much for being. And that's not a volunteer brigade. It's not like a international liberation volunteer violin. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.